Hey guys, my name is Julian, your solar expert, and today I wanted to make a really quick off-the-cusp video just giving a general 2024 solar market update because there's a lot of pain and suffering in the solar industry right now and has been for the last about year and a half, partly because of interest rates and then partly because a lot of the net metering legislation throughout the country, especially in California, has changed and the cost of adding batteries has just increased the investment amount for the average system. And like I said, when you compare that with the higher interest rates, the market went into, not a standstill, but the statistics show that there was about an 85% decrease in solar sales in California, for example, after April of last year when net metering 3.0 or net billing came into effect. And so I wanted to just make a really quick video that's warning consumers of when they see proposals, what is a good deal and what is a red flag. Because right now there are companies that are going out of business left and right. And what you're not going to know is if the company is about to go out of business when they're still in business. It's going to be a surprise when you get the call or the email saying that, the company that you chose has ceased operations. No one's going to wave the white flag when they're still trying to make sales. They're only going to, after they know they're defeated, kind of come out and say, okay, we're done. So what's going on in the industry right now is that you can quickly Google it. There's tons and tons and tons of companies that have gone out of business and many more that are on the brink of going out of business. The largest solar installation company nationally, Titan Solar, just went out of business about 2 weeks ago. ADT was a big name brand that they're gone. Numerous others. SunPower, they haven't gone out of business yet, but they're on the brink. If they didn't have a parent company funding them, they'd be gone. What I want to do in this video is quickly share with you something that I'm seeing, which is kind of scary. It's being disguised as a good deal, but I'm getting calls from people every few days that are kind of in this situation. Everyone's in a slightly different situation, but it's similar for everyone. So basically, here's what I'm seeing. A company is really struggling. They need cash flow. Maybe they've lost their credit line. A lot of these companies, they've lost their credit in the last, year. And so now they could just go down to the supplier and put everything on their credit account, but now they have to go and pay cash. And so what I'm seeing right now is jobs that are legitimately priced at cost where there's no money being made for anyone, or even scarier, under cost, where somehow they're going to pay money out of their pocket to finish this job. So anyways, the reason why I'm warning people is because this solar crash is not over. We're in the middle of it, and companies are still going out of business. Now we're seeing the floor. I think we've touched it. Maybe it's like we're in the pool. We've tapped the bottom with our toes, but we haven't landed yet. We're not anywhere close to where we were a couple of years ago in terms of volume and sales. And the industry is like half the industry is gone. What I want to specifically warn people of is if you get a proposal that seems really cheap, and especially for cash deals where you're giving a large amount of money, a personal check maybe, a lot of companies, even the ones I work with, right, they'll do like oftentimes a 30% progress payment or even 50% progress payment after engineering. And so what happens is a lot of people, they've already paid $10, $20, $30,000 before installation has even happened. And what happens if the company goes out of business in between you paying the progress payment and they actually coming to install your solar? There's really nothing you can do because it's a private company that's gone bankrupt and the funds are pretty much unrecoverable. I just got a phone call yesterday from a guy who had his system installed, paid in full cash, and then between the system being installed and inspection, the company went bankrupt. This was over a year ago. He has a SolarEdge system. He calls SolarEdge, right? The 4 other contractors in his area that are certified SolarEdge installers, they don't want to mess with it. Even though SolarEdge recommended them, they're like, we don't care. We don't want to come out and waste our time. So this guy he's just been stuck for over a year and a half trying to figure out how to get his system on that he already paid for. So this is a trend that I'm seeing more and more and more. And so Sorry, there's our tortoise here. That's what you've been hearing in the background this whole time. He's kind of a bowling ball. He's crazy. Anyway, so what I'm seeing in the industry is desperation, cash grabs, selling jobs at cost for cash flow. And to summarize, if you don't really think that the warranties matter, you don't really think the company's going to be around, you think that, if you buy a system from me or anyone else, they're going to get the thing signed and then you're never going to talk to them again, maybe you can go get a great deal, given the company doesn't go bankrupt in between you, getting the system installed and PTO or something. You maybe could get a great deal because everyone's desperate. A lot of people are, at least. But it's also a big red flag and a big risk, because there's a decent chance that if a company is selling jobs under cost, it's a sign. Why would any company want to operate at a loss? If you're a big Home Depot, or a multi-billion-dollar Fortune 500 company, I understand operating at a loss for a short period of time strategically, for tax reasons or multiple other accounting reasons. But if you're a contracting company installing solar in a market with, 50 employees or something, that game of operating at a loss, it doesn't really make sense. You can't. The only reason why you would ever be doing that is if basically you were forced to, because you're about to go out of business and it's the only way that you can see holding the ship together for a little bit longer. I don't want to say every solar company that's giving jobs away at cost are going out of business. We can't tell the future, but we've been in this for about a year and a half now, and I do this all day, every day. It's like 10 hours a day plus. And I'm seeing a trend here. I'm starting to be able to see stuff and kind of go, okay, yep, I've seen that before. This is probably what's going to happen next. And so with that being said, if you see a quote that is just for some ridiculously low price, even if you have a couple of them, like from Energy Sage or, some of these online companies that just want to give you a quote really fast without truly going through everything, it could be a bait and switch. It could be, just some quote that's going to change. Or it could be a cash grab attempt to get some money to go pay for some other jobs or put a little money in your pocket before you go out of business. So anyways, like I said, I didn't want to make a scare tactic video. It's the reality of kind of the tough market we're in right now. And I don't know, for what this video is worth, I know it's not like my normal videos where I'm doing a whiteboard video, but if you want my advice on any proposals you've seen or anything, feel free to reach out. 760-473-5878. I service 30 states.